Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I am back with J Adam Broome. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. It's been a long time since I've talked to you.
It's probably been a year and a half.
Uh,
Pushing.
yeah, yeah. You were one of the first interviews that I actually got to do. Our magazine started September of 2015, so you were one of my first interviews, and you were a lot of fun. And I remember texting with you after. But what have you been doing? What have you been up to? Because your latest song that I saw the video for, it brought me to tears. So I want to know all about what you've been doing. And I'm not even kidding. I emailed the co-founder of the magazine, and I was like, oh my god, I'm already crying. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And then he watched it and he was like, wow, that's really deep. So talk to me about your new stuff.
Yeah, well, I had about a year and a half completely away from music altogether. So I really have just a lot of time to just plan and strategize, I think, but mostly write. So I was able to come up with a lot of material, and this song that I'm about to put out as a single is probably one of my favorites personally.
Right.
But I'm tracking on an EP too for scheduled for sometime in the fall. I don't really know, but these songs are definitely the best songs in my life. Um,
That's good.
I was able to pull them from a really dark time in my life, but it turned out beautiful, just like everything else. It always turns out. The ugly things in life turn out beautiful. If you just hold on, and that's kind of what I did. I had to step away from my whole entire life. I went to rehab last April, and so that was definitely the hardest thing that I've ever had to do ever. And so at that point, I didn't want to do music anymore whatsoever. I was done with it. I didn't want to play. I didn't want to sing. I didn't want to write. And God just gave me all those desires back. And it's just when I gave it up and said, "This is yours. You can have it. I don't want it anymore." He gave it back to me so much more than I ever had it in the first place. So, yeah, these songs that I'm about to put out this year are my favorite ever. I feel like I'm a
Absolutely.
different artist. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I saw a huge difference from your music before till now as well. And you're one of the artists that we often wondered about. And we're like, man, we haven't seen him in a while. And you took that break, and but to come back and to admit where you were and what you've done, and I think that speaks volumes as to your character, as to who you are. And I think it's great that you've actually embraced your entire situation in your life, and you've been able to pick your music back up, and you're not afraid to say, hey, this is who I am, this is who I was, and this is what I'm doing. So bravo to you for that. I think that's great. Um, have you seen a lot of your friends and family supporting you along your journey?
No doubt, 100%. Yeah. Especially my family. My family's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
They've always had my back.
Right. Well, and I think family, they typically want us to do well, and they want to have our back and all that stuff. And when you're making choices in a positive direction, it's a lot easier to get support from people that way, right? I mean, um,
When they see you doing the right things, it's a lot easier to jump on that train than it is when they're not doing the best things and not making the best decisions. So,
right.
yeah, they've been great. My fan base has been great. I feel like I've got more support now than I ever have. So.
Absolutely. And you've always had quite a big, fan following. That's something that we've always noticed about you as well. And you've always interacted with fans, which has been great to see too. So, and I love that. But would you say that your writing, that you've learned different writing skills in the year and a half that you took off? Would you say that your writing has improved, not just on an emotional level, but just overall?
Well, one thing about me as a songwriter is I've never forced a song. I've always just let it come, and so I still approach it the same way. When something comes, I let it out. But as far as the quality of the songs and the lyrics, yeah, I think they're better, because I mean, there's more of a raw emotion behind them now.
Right.
I'm not just writing songs about cold beer and girls, and it's not. I'm actually trying to put out a positive vibe now,
Right.
to help other people because of what I've been through. So, yeah, I
Right.
think the song.
Well, Well, I think that's great. And I love that. And I love when an artist can actually connect to their fans on a real level. When you've gone through something personally, or, you know, you're involved in it and you can write about it and share your story with others in that way, it kind of lets them know that they're not alone and that they can get through it too. And that's huge. And, you know, when I was a little girl, music and movies, they were my life. They've always been my life. And granted, okay, I can't sing and I can't act worth a damn, but connecting to those songs and being able to feel and to say, yes, that person said exactly what I'm feeling. That person can get through this. I know I can too. You know, and it could be something that a lyric they didn't even realize, you know, was going to have that effect. But music is so important because it connects people in very different ways. And what one person may get from your song could be completely different from another person, completely different situation. You know what I mean? But so I'm so excited for you. And I mean, when I heard your song, I don't want to tell everybody the name because I didn't know if I was allowed to.
Yeah, I already announced this. So.
Okay. I just, you know, I wasn't 100% sure. But I was so excited that you reached out to me, and I absolutely love it, and I can't wait. And your music video is pretty great. So who helped you with that? Whose idea was that?
Yeah, when I was kind of just stepping away from everything and trying to figure out how to come at the industry this time, I did a lot of soul searching and praying and thinking about, you know, what would be the best way to do it, and not to lose any of the integrity of what I was trying to do. So I prayed a lot about, you know, God, just give me a team of people that'll help me.
Yeah.
And that was one of my biggest, because I've always had people support me, but I've never actively sought out a team to come around me and really help me with production and stuff like that. Right. So, I mean, I can't take credit for any of it. I've just had some really good people come alongside of me and help me out. I mean, I've got a photographer and a video team who basically are on call with me all the time. So if I have an idea, I'll call them up and say, can you meet me here and do this? And you know, I'm really fortunate with that side of it. So the music video, I had a long time to think about. I wrote that song back in April. Well, no, of May of last year.
Wow.
So I've been playing around with it. I kind of knew production, what I wanted it to sound like in the studio. I wanted no guitar. I wanted keys and a cello, you know, and so that's what I did. And it's weird. I've never been able to walk in the studio and like co-produce a song or engineer a song because I've never had an ear for it. And that's something that has changed in the last year too, because I walked in the studio and pretty much like co-produced it. I feel like not to take anything away from Brad, he's awesome, but I knew what I wanted this time, and it was really weird doing that. But as far as the video, we just bounced around some ideas, and I'm really good friends with my videographer. His business is called Center to Saint Productions, and there's three guys that do it. But Daniel shot this one all by himself, and so he did an amazing job. And we would hang out and talk about stuff and kind of, you know, bounce around ideas, and I think it turned out to be awesome. He's not done editing it yet.
Right.
I have a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like. So.
Absolutely. How exciting too. Just your studio experience with that, knowing what you wanted, getting it done, hearing it, and being like, wow, you know, that's got to be pretty amazing. I mean, especially when, you know, you hear stories all the time. Well, I went in thinking I wanted this, but then this came out of it, and it was totally different than what I was expecting. You know, so to actually hear what you wanted and to have it come out the way that you wanted is pretty amazing to hear. And that's just exciting too. In the video, I mean, I already love it. So if he's going to be doing more editing and more stuff, I know it's just going to be that much, you know, better, which is great. And it really does speak volumes. And that video, I mean, it pulls at your heartstrings immediately. It pulled at mine. I mean, I was sitting at my desk just crying like a little baby, but it was that good cry, that it feels good. You know what I mean? And
well, you gotta let it rain. You know, sometimes you just gotta. got to cry it out.
Absolutely. You know how many times I've heard that too? Because I'm the girl that'll try to hold it in, and then it's always like, babe, let it cry. If you gotta
Well,
cry, just do it.
I ran from it for 10 years, and that's kind of why I landed where I landed. And
Mm-hmm.
so that song just sums up the whole process for me. I feel like
Right.
I ran things for a really long time, and when they finally caught up to me, I was flat on my face, you know. So that's kind of where that song came from, you know.
Well, I mean, if that's what it took, and some great things have come out of it already. It looks like, and we know more are coming. So, are you playing gigs and stuff around town now, or are you still kind of just writing and performing? Or,
I'm not playing anywhere. I actually am leading worship at churches across the upstate of South Carolina on Sundays. That's why I just got to Nashville tonight because I had to lead in my hometown this morning.
oh wow, oh how fun, how exciting, and I'm sure that that has been a great experience in itself too. That's fun.
It is, yeah.
So what can we look forward to coming up from you? I mean, I know you said
Single
fall.
July 28th, so that gives us another week and a half.
Okay,
It's available for pre-order right now.
perfect,
Yeah,
perfect.
and I'm gonna keep working on this next project, and I don't know, I don't have a projected date, but it'll be sometime in the fall. I will.
Okay, well, you got to let us know, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I will. Of
Let
course.
us definitely let us promote it for you. Anything we can do. Is there anything else you want to tell anybody? Because I want to make sure that whatever it is that you want to get out there to everybody is what gets out there to everybody. I don't want to take the interview away from you. So, is there anything you want to tell anyone?
Uh, if you have been following my journey, then you've kind of seen what I've been through, and I like the music to speak for itself. I don't, I've always been pretty open about my life, and nothing's changed. But I'm at a point now where I just want my music to speak. I, I really don't have much to say anymore because most of the time when I speak, it's not anything special. So I'm good at songwriting and like that. So yeah, I mean, if you're going through something, man, just don't give up. Don't ever give up.
All right. Well, I think those are amazing words, guys. Don't give up, and let it rain when it needs to rain. Right? I mean, definitely. I think that's great. So until next time, guys, make sure you follow J Adam Broome on social media. And stay tuned to his, everything he has coming up. And like he said, he's sharing everything with you guys. So make sure you're checking it all out. And until next time, stay tuned.
See ya.